Our second robot, Belinda, has similar trading rules to our first robot, Adeline. In this video, we're going to talk about the trading rules of Belinda, followed by an explanation of our volatility rule. Essentially, the trading rules of Belinda is the same as the trading rules of Adeline, plus an extra rule in the entry signals. This extra rule is a volatility rule. In addition to Adeline's entry rule, the extra rule is open a trade when the current volatility is greater than the volatility 10 hours ago. So how do we define volatility and how do we code this rule? If I put it in indicator form, the rule would be when ATR 20 is greater than ATR 20 10 hours ago, check the next entry rules. So why do we use ATR 20? For now, ATR is a satisfactory gauge of the volatility in the market. And the reason why we use 20 is because our previous period for SMAs is 40 and 1. If you're going to enter a trade based on 40 periods and 1 period, it doesn't make sense if our ATR period is very much larger than that or very much smaller than that. So 20 is a guesstimate based on our entry rules. When designing a strategy, there isn't a need to worry about the exact parameter values for now, because such values can and will be optimized in the future. However, we do need to select entry parameters that make sense to the strategy. So in our case, period 20 for the ATR is acceptable. So what is the rationale for our volatility rule? Before answering that question, we need to ask ourselves, why do trends form? Well, trends form when there is a strong excess of buying or selling pressure. So when there's volatility in the market, there is a strong battle between buyers and sellers. In many cases, one side will lose the fight and the market will head in one direction. This is further fueled by the fact that those on the losing side tend to reverse their positions. Hence, when there is increased volatility, trends tend to form. Therefore, we exploit this fact by entering only when volatility increases. This is our chart. Right now, we are at this point. We can see that in the first 20 periods, the volatility is a bit less in this currency. For the next 20 periods, the volatility increases. So we need to quantify this information. Let's say now that I include my ATR 20. So ATR 20 will be the average true range of the newest 20 bars. Let's say that in this example is 15 pips. Let's say the average true range of the candles is about this distance, which is about here to here, and this is 15 pips. Alright, we need to compare this ATR 20 to the ATR 20 10 hours ago, and that will be this ATR 20. Right now we are looking at this area here, this time zone, and because the average volatility in this area is much lesser than the volatility in this area, we can expect the volatility in the ATR 20 10 hours ago to be lower than 15 pips. The average true range should be around this height, which is, in this example, equals to 10 pips. Therefore, if ATR 20 current is greater than ATR 20 10 hours ago, it is the same as saying the current volatility is greater than the volatility 10 hours ago.